August 19, 1944. Deep in East Prussia, General Alfred Jodl reviewed the collapse of the Western Front. He saw Patton's army stalled, immobilized. His staff's calculation was simple. An armored division needs 150,000 gallons of fuel daily when advancing, and the Americans were 400 miles from their supply ports. Every German general knew this was the breaking point. The Wehrmacht had time to regroup, hold the scene, and wait for winter. What Jodl did not know was that 125 miles away, an audacious operation was already underway. 5,958 trucks were rolling eastward in a non-stop, headlights blazing convoy, delivering 12,500 tons of supplies every 24 hours. The Red Ball Express, a logistical operation so immense that German military science literally had no concept for it, was about to shatter every assumption about mechanized warfare. Within 72 hours, Patton's supposedly immobilized tanks would crash through German lines, freeing Paris within a week. The finest minds of the Wehrmacht were about to learn that American logistics was not just a supply line, but a flowing river of material that would drown their army. The German General Staff's confidence in American failure was rooted in their own painful history. The Wehrmacht, inventors of the Blitzkrieg, knew that logistical failure killed tactical success. Their Russian advance failed not from Soviet resistance initially, but from the simple inability to supply forces across vast distances. 80% of German military transport was still horse-drawn, unable to match the speed of their panzers. General Heinrich von Luttwitz, commanding the 47th Panzer Corps, wrote in July, "The Americans face the same logistical impossibility we faced in Russia. Their mechanical advantage becomes a disadvantage." German intelligence carefully tracked consumption. A single Sherman tank burnt 0.5 miles per gallon, and Patton's 12 divisions needed 12,000 tons daily, transported over systematically destroyed roads. General Siegfried Westphal calculated on August 20th that physical laws prevented the Americans from sustaining the advance for more than another 48 hours. At 2 p.m. on August 25th, 1944, Lieutenant Colonel Loren Ayres faced skeptical officers with a stark realization. Traditional supply was broke. His solution was extreme. "We're going to create a one-way highway from Cherbourg and the beaches to the front lines. Every vehicle will run 20 hours out of 24. We'll move 12,500 tons daily minimum." The Red Ball Express, named after a railway term for express shipments, would have absolute priority. Its technical rules defied German doctrine: 2 parallel one-way highways, 24-hour operations with headlights on, no stopping except for fuel, and maintaining a 35-mile-per-hour average speed. Colonel Charles O. Thrasher projected they needed 140 truck companies, totaling 5,958 trucks, a number considered impossible by any logistics textbook. Yet within 36 hours, the impossible was operational. On August 26th, the GMC CCW 2.5-ton trucks, the backbone of the operation, began rolling eastward. The demographic composition of the 23,000 drivers would have bewildered German racial. Approximately 75% were African-American soldiers serving in a segregated army. These men, denied equality at home, were the essential artery keeping the army in motion, driving with fierce pride, painting slogans like "Detroit to Berlin Express" on their trucks. German reconnaissance units quickly reported continuous vehicle columns, headlights visible for 20 kilometers, violating every known military precaution. General Lieutenant Edgar Feutschinger's report reflected growing alarm. "The enemy operates a supply system beyond our comprehension. Its mass production applied to warfare." American logistics operated on different principles. Where Germans emphasized concealment, Americans relied on volume. Where Germans conserved vehicles, Americans assumed mechanical failure and planned accordingly. The numbers achieved in the first week: 89,939 tons delivered over 686-mile round trips, were dismissed by German specialists as propaganda, but the numbers were real and accelerating. The Red Ball improvised constantly. When trucks broke down, up to 1,800 daily, mobile maintenance units gave mechanics 15 minutes to fix or push the vehicle off the road. Engines were swapped in 45 minutes using mobile cranes. The most stunning revelation for German observers was American fuel management. The Red Ball Express consumed 300,000 gallons of gasoline daily just for its own operations, more than many German armies received for all purposes. Fuel never ran short thanks to Operation Pluto, pipelines laid under the English English Channel that German intelligence hadn't even detected. General Walter Warlimont, observing aerial photos, noted, "The Americans have fuel dumps larger than our entire strategic reserves. This isn't war as we understand it. It's industrial overflow." The Red Ball multiplied Patton's speed exponentially. German doctrine assumed a maximum 30-mile daily advance. Patton's divisions averaged 40 to 60 miles for weeks. The 67-mile single-day advance of the 4th Armored Division on September 1st, resupplied midday by waiting Red Ball trucks, shattered German defensive planning. General Heinz Guderian initially refused to believe the reports. No armored force can advance 60 miles daily for a week. Mechanical failures alone prevent it. But intercepted American radio traffic confirmed it. Field Marshal Walter Modell's response revealed desperation. "We face not a superior army, but a superior civilization. They waste resources because they have infinite resources. We cannot defeat this with military tactics." The physical price paid by the drivers was immense. Accidents killed 300 drivers during the operation's run. Drivers pushed themselves for 72 hours straight, hallucinating from exhaustion. Yet morale was high. These African-American soldiers, often denied equality at home, were understanding that they were proving Hitler's racial theories wrong with every mile. Captured German officers like Colonel Hans von Luck admitted, "We knew we'd lost when we understood your supply system. You've industrialized warfare beyond our comprehension." The psychological effect on German troops was devastating. They heard the endless truck motors all night, every night, while they themselves were rationed to just 50 rounds per gun per day. During the siege of Metz, the Allied DX Corps artillery fired 100,000 rounds in 24 hours. The Red Ball delivered every round. The disparity was overwhelming. The GMC truck, the Deuce and a Half, was a masterpiece of American mass production. General Motors produced over 500,000 of these vehicles by war's end, more than the entire German military possessed of all types combined. American maintenance philosophy was simple: replace, don't rebuild. Engines were replaced 500 times weekly, tires consumed 10,000 weekly, and over 5,000 vehicles were destroyed or abandoned. The operation never slowed because American production had anticipated such losses. They had achieved something Germans thought impossible: logistics faster than consumption. The success of the Red Ball, which relied overwhelmingly on African-American units, forced an unexpected racial reckoning within the segregated U.S. military. General Eisenhower, after witnessing the drivers' endurance, noted, "These men are winning the war as surely as any infantry. We need to reconsider many things." This success created pressure that contributed directly to military desegregation 3 years later. By October 1944, the Red Ball Express, intended to last 10 days, had run for 82 days, delivering a total of 412,000 tons of supplies, over 22.2 million ton miles. American engineers simultaneously reconstructed 1,000 miles of destroyed French rail lines, laying new track faster than the Germans had destroyed it. Field Marshal Modell summarized the German defeat. "We were not defeated by American tanks or planes primarily. We were defeated by American trucks." General Heinz Guderian, the father of German armored warfare, agreed, stating the Red Ball Express was not a supply line, but a flowing river of material that drowned our forces. The Red Ball Express enabled the capture of 400,000 German soldiers and is credited with shortening the war by an estimated 6 months. Its enduring legacy is that volume beats efficiency, speed beats perfection, and, as thousands of returning drivers would prove by starting the modern American logistics industry, if you can keep the trucks rolling 24 hours a day, you can move the world.